What's up, everybody? Oh, wow, we're all the way on the other side there, Big Mike. Anyways, welcome tonight to the Big Homies Breakdown. We got a special show tonight. Uh, we've got Vanessa Costanzo, a USARK rep tonight. But before we bring her out, as always, we're going to pay our bills. And go ahead, Mike.
We appreciate the Fat Man, Chris Eaton, the Fat Man Nation over there on YouTube. On Sundays, the 1st and the 15th of the month. And they were at Gettysburg today with the live chat. It's awesome what they do for the community, him and Jay and everybody and Sammy. Also, we want to thank Joe Fisherman Photography. He has some homemade, real nice picture frames and stuff for sale. Go over there and check him out. We appreciate the sponsors.
All right, cool, man. Let's go into the chat real quick and see who's here tonight. Let's see who's in the chat. All right, at number 1, we got Shauna. Thank you, Shauna, for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you. Big Mike, double dipping. What's up? Rat Bastard Royals. I love
Mark.
that logo right there. Yeah, Big Mark right there, bro. Go check him out. Then we got Exotic World of Geckos. That's
Tommy.
cool.
Welcome in, Tommy.
Check that out. Yeah. Let's see. Who else we got in here tonight? All right, that looks like it's it. So, without any further ado, I want to bring our guest on tonight. She's been all around the world, and she's continues to support USARK, and USARK is here to fight for our rights to keep. So, without further ado, let's bring the star of the show on. Welcome, Vanessa. How you doing?
The star of the show. Come on, you guys are the star of the show. I'm just here to say, hey, what's going on?
Oh, same old, same old. How's everything going in the world of USARK over there?
USARK is doing what we do best, fighting for the rights for responsible reptile keepers in our hobby. Without all of you guys, we wouldn't be able to do that. So we appreciate all the support we get from all of you.
Yeah, I remember the last couple of years, you guys have been real busy.
really busy. Lacey acts, all the fun stuff that gets thrown at us. So
yeah, it's crazy.
We have a great
team.
Thank
God it's finally calming down though, right? Just a little bit now.
We'll
take it.
It calms and then it comes. So you never know. You never know what's going to be thrown at us, especially since USARK fights United States wide. So it comes to state levels, county levels, all the way down. It trickles.
So could you kind of explain to our viewers what it is you do specifically, and then how it incorporates to USARK?
Absolutely. So I am USARK's administrative director. So I pretty much do anything that Phil Goss does not do. So Phil Goss does our politics side of it. So he does all the legislative, and then I do all of the administrative work. So volunteers, all the background. I do all of our shirt orders, memberships, the shows, the auctions. So you name it.
I love the auctions.
Oh, the auctions are definitely a highlight. That's for sure. If you haven't been to a USARK auction at an NERBC or Reptile Super Show or the Phoenix Reptile Expo, you definitely are missing out.
Definitely. And they take volunteers most of the time, guys.
Absolutely. We always need volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, please reach out to me. We can always use volunteers. Yep. So and then anything else we need done is what I work on.
Heck yeah. So you've actually been in, because we were kind of talking backstage, you've actually been in the reptile game how long?
25 years now.
That's incredible. And you've had how many animals?
Over 3,000. I've had over 3,000 animals. Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Yep. I used to breed anything and everything.
Yep.
Yep. And did a lot of rescue work back in the day too. So I used to rescue chinchillas and sugar gliders back in 2000 when they became popular pets. I used to I was a rescue for chinchillas and sugar gliders.
Yeah, the things are so soft. I saw a chinchilla at a show once, and then the sugar gliders kind of look like them, but they're not as soft.
No, a little bit more fantastic too. They're not the greatest pets, that's for sure. Sugar gliders are not the greatest pets in the hobby.
Yeah.
That's why I used to rescue them. I used to have a lot of people wanting to give up their sugar gliders, not realizing how much care they really do truly need.
Yeah. Maybe it's not so much that it's not a good pet to have. It's just people aren't going into it with enough knowledge to know what they're getting into before they get into it.
Especially
I
back in
really
the day.
think that's it.
There wasn't a
thought-
lot back in the day about them. As it's grown over the years, like there's a lot more. I mean, anything that, we've studied and gotten used to having in the hobby, we've definitely grown into learning. But yeah, back then people did not know anything about sugar gliders and their extensive diet and how to keep them properly.
Yeah, true. Definitely true.
Yep.
Is there an auction at the Schaumburg show?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I've never
Saturday
been to the
night.
Schaumburg show.
It's
Yep,
almost
Saturday
at every NARBC, yeah?
Okay.
Yep. It'll be at every NARBC this year except for St. Louis.
Okay.
Oh man, what happened to St. Louis? Because that's kind of my home show.
So we're double
So-
booked. Phil and I are in Phoenix. So we're at my home show. So we have to run the auction there. So St.
What? I
Louis,
mean,
Phoenix.
I'll run it for
Reptile
you at St. Louis. What's going on?
Oh,
Just
wouldn't
tell
that
me
be
what
good?
to do and it'll be done.
Without an auctioneer, we'd have to find an auctioneer because Phil will be doing the auction over in Phoenix. So yeah, that's the biggest
That's-
thing. Yeah, we can't be in two
Sean,
places.
you
But
can
I'm
tell me
working
the
on it.
numbers and I can do it. Can you imagine that? Oh, he just keep bidding. He's got his hand up. I've seen it.
We're looking at doing the silent auction for St. Louis. So hopefully we'll be able to do the silent auction. I have a great volunteer team, Badgerland Rescue. They'll be actually representing USARK at St. Louis. So we'll probably have them do some silent auction items throughout Saturday and Sunday. So working on more details on that.
Cool. That'd be nice.
Yep.
So what was your favorite animal to work with after all these years? I mean, you got to have at least one, right?
Surprisingly, I do not have a favorite animal. Obviously dogs are close to my heart. I have a golden retriever and a Frenchie, and then I own a macaw. But yeah, I don't have a favorite animal that I work with. I love everything that I get to work with. I mean, I have a tegu named Moana. She's my baby. I have so many different creatures. I have Leachianuses named Poppy and Branch.
That's
Monkey tail
awesome.
skinks. I have.
Kind of trolls, are we?
I mean, I love my Fly River turtle, Miss Piggy. She's pretty cool. She's awesome. She has a missing flipper, so she's pretty. She's such a pig, though. Fly River turtles will never stop eating. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't have a favorite. That's definitely hard for me. I mean, I first started breeding tortoises back in the day, so I would probably say that I've worked mostly with tortoises. But yeah, I don't have a favorite.
Tell us about that. What's that like?
Breeding tortoises?
Yeah.
I used to breed leopard tortoises, Hermans, golden Greeks, Russians, and then I own Galapagos as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
realize how old they can get, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they would outlive me.
Your great grandkids are going to be like, yeah, great grandma Vanessa left us this.
Left us all these crazy animals. Oh, don't worry. All my animals are built into my trust. Yep. They're all in there, especially when I had the tortoises. But yeah, I don't have any tortoises anymore. No personal tortoise pets at all. So.
Oh man.
Yep.
No Galapagos anymore? They got too big, huh?
No, it's not that they got too big. I'm traveling too much with USARK, and trying to explain to somebody how to take care of so many different animals is just, it's definitely unique. And even then they're my animals. I want to make sure I'm there to take care of them, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
How long have you
Absolutely.
been with USARK?
with USARK, 4 years now? I became the administrative director 2 years ago, and I volunteered before then. So I kind of just started showing up at shows, and then I told Phil he was stuck with me. So then finally we were like, we need to come up with a title. We need to get this all rolling.
Phil was stuck with you.
Yeah, I did. I literally told him, I was like, you're stuck with me now. I like this too much.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got any questions for Mike?
I'm
I'm an
trying to
open
think
book.
of some.
Throw 'em at me, Mike. Come on.
So
Get her, Mike.
Hit me. Let's go.
if anybody has any questions in the chat, just put them down there and see if we can get to them. Where's your favorite place to travel with USARK? Like, you have a certain state that you like better than others?
That's so tricky. Each venue I get to go to is so different. I mean, Tinley Park is wild. I mean, as many people that come to that show and how long it's been going and what you get to see reptile wise. I mean, I love Tinley for that factor. St. Louis, I love because it's just a smaller venue. It feels more like intimate, and you get to spend a little bit more time with the vendors, and it's not as chaotic. The LA Pet Fair that I just went out to in Pomona, California, if he had to have put at least 40,000 people through the door, and it's a 6-acre show where there's a reptile building, and then there's a bird building, and then there's a fish building, an aquatics building, and it is wild. And he has like 20 plus food trucks there. So it's like going to a fair and having all the animals there at the same time. It's mind blowing wild. Yeah, it is so much fun. And then I've got my local show that I've been doing for 13 years, the Phoenix Reptile Expo. So that's the one I actually take my personal pet shop to as well, and have USARK at.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a pet shop too. That's right.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about your pet shop.
I have owned my own pet shop for 13 years now. It is legit called The Pet Shop. It's 4,000 square feet. It's $10 to own that name. When I was searching names, when I opened up the store, I kept typing in all these different names. And then I typed in the pet shop, just plain Jane, and it was available. I was like, no, how is that available? Like, you wouldn't think that the pet shop would be available, but it was. So yeah, I grabbed that name and been doing that ever since. And we're a full line pet shop: fish, birds, animals, reptiles, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah.
What's some of the weirdest stuff that someone's donated at the USARK?
Dude, I was going to ask you that one.
It is so wild. The things that we get donated, I can't even.
Yeah, some of them we can't say.
Anything that's like a picture that has sticky notes over it, like you can just imagine why there's sticky notes on the pictures that we get at the at the actual auction. Those are always unique. We got all kinds of crazy stuff: stuffed animals, floaties, but then we also get guitars. We get such amazing things that people really put some time and effort into design and build. 3D printed things. Adeline Robinson always does some kind of artwork at the show. She always paints on something and donates that to the auction. So, I mean, there's just so many cool things.
We have weddings at USARK.
Yep, we have weddings. Yep. There's a young lady named Bethany who's been crocheting things. She crocheted a ball python that actually would give birth. So it had baby ball python inside of the crocheted adult ball python. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So, I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things. I've never been.
I know there was a. Sorry. I know we can't talk about it, but I remember someone talking about a book someone had bought and paid pretty good money for it, but we won't say the name of the book.
There's lots of random books. Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Lots of fun. The auctions are definitely lots of fun, and all donations are accepted. It's good to have a good variety too, because you never know what somebody's looking for.
Dude, I got at an auction. I got a full-grown female pastel, vanilla, inchy, calico, possibly yellow belly that I'm actually pairing my super asphalt to this year to see if it's yellow belly, and then it'd be nice. But $100, but it went to USARK. And then, like I was talking to you backstage about the hat, I ended up winning the hat back from you guys.
The hat back. These are our new hats.
I like those.
They come in all black, pink, or there's a blue.
Ooh, I like all black, but the pink in the back, I like the two-tone colors though. Yeah, definitely like those new hats. Those are nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
How can people get those hats?
I guess I couldn't. I don't know what
they have them at the shows now, right? You guys are putting them out at the shows?
Yep. The hats will all be at the shows. Yep. We have lots of merch at the shows: shirts, hats, beanies,
everything you want is there.
Bumper stickers. Now we got bumper stickers.
What?
Yeah. Oh. Those will be popping out too. Yep. All kinds of cool stuff coming out.
To put one of those on the bourbon.
Absolutely.
Mark from Rat Bastard Royals has a question. What's the most difficult animal you've ever worked with?
What's the most what animal?
Difficult animal.
So this is going to sound cliche, but I work very well with all animals. I'm kind of like the Dr. Doolittle. My boyfriend literally calls me Dr. Doolittle. Anytime we go anywhere, like animals just randomly like come up. Even like service dogs will come up and like poke me and stuff. And gosh, I've never really had I don't know. I guess I could say my monkey-tailed skinks are probably the most challenging, and it's just because they're aggressive because of their babies. But I mean, I know how to handle them, but we don't get to, in Arizona, I don't get to work with anything super, super crazy or unique. I mean, my Tegu, I raised her since she was younger. And even when I do get older stuff, I'm pretty good at working with them. So I would love to work with snapping turtles would be a like wish list item. I've never held a snapping turtle, so that's on my wish list. But we can't have them in Arizona. They're
Just
illegal.
come out to Missouri, and I'll introduce you to a dozen of them.
See,
They're all crossing the street.
Yeah, that would be something I'd want to work with. I don't know. I would love to work with animals that are a challenge or unique. Yeah.
I think that's what makes it fun, though.
Oh, it absolutely makes it fun. Anytime I get to learn something new, too. Like my first time ever touching an alligator and a crocodile was when I went to Animal Con, because we don't have those out in Arizona. Like that's not something that is common. And I was literally like, I was nerding out. I was like, oh my gosh, can I touch can I touch that? And everybody's like, you're not touching. I was like, no, I haven't touched it. I'm like holding it. I was smitten. So that'd be something I would definitely love to work with, is crocs or alligators for sure.
I think the very first alligator I've ever touched was at the at Tinley. I can't remember the name of the big alligator. I think it was like 2017.
It's right there in the front when you're first coming in, right?
Yep. We got pictures with it and everything.
Was it Bubba?
Yeah, Bubba. Yep.
Always there in the front every year, or every Tinley event at least. I haven't seen them not there.
Yeah, my daughters, I think they were like, just been 8 years ago, so they were like 8 and 5. They're like, is that real? I was like, yeah, it's real. No, it looks stuff. He's not moving. And they had a blast with them.
Yeah.
Definitely cool when you get to hold a gator or a croc.
Absolutely. Or touch something new that you haven't touched before.
Yeah, right.
Like it never gets old. Even when people are like, do you want to touch it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll hold anything. Let's go.
Yep.
Like Megan's anacondas, her green anacondas. Like I love working, like holding puppy. Like when you got a beautiful green anaconda wrapped around you. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, because a lot of the animals you see that say it on TV, oh, this animal did this wrong. And, they're giving bad perception of animals. But if you really think about it, it's how they're kept and how they're worked and, and stuff like that. And it just gives people a different perspective on the animals and how they, treat it, the animals. You got to respect. I respect any animal and every animal. But, you just got to work with them and stuff like that and educate people, with USARK. That's what they do.
Absolutely. Education is key. It is absolutely key.
Yeah. Now, do you find some states like are harder to like negotiate with than others, or that?
It's not negotiation per se. It's more educational, honestly. A lot of times the way that they word things, it's they're either wording it incorrectly or they just haven't been educated on something, or somebody brings something to the light of the politics, that does something that shows up on our socials. And then that starts a whole wind world that people shouldn't own this because look at what this guy did. And, those kinds of things, or this person did, it just comes down to that. Florida obviously has a lot more deeper in depth.
I don't even want to get into Florida tonight.
Yeah. So which is no, but that's why there's Florida, USARK Florida, because they need, that extra oomph when it comes to Florida. So
yeah. It's unfortunate that they need that.
It is very unfortunate.
Arachnid Cat wants to know, would you hold a tarantula?
Absolutely. I own 2. Waffles is my rose hair tarantula. And then I have Kiwi, who is also my other tarantula. So yeah, I do. And I show kids them all the time at my shop. So I bring out Waffles. She's a full grown rose hair tarantula. She's awesome with kids. So
do you find that helps maybe make some parents a little more less sketchy about taking a spider home for their kid?
Oh, absolutely. Like my shop is all educational. So literally people come in and they're afraid of snakes. They're afraid of this. So we kind of walk through like, what part are you afraid of? Like, why are you afraid of? But if you think about it in the movies, how do you see snakes being portrayed?
Oh God, we can go to Anaconda right away. And it's like a 50-foot snake that eats people.
Right. So where do you think people's fears are coming from?
From the
movies and the TV. Yeah.
Because they've never been around it. You don't see in the movies where a kid is actually holding a ball python while doing his homework. That's
No.
the truth. Like that's what kids are doing with their ball pythons. They're holding their ball pythons. They're enjoying the company of their snakes, but
They're
we don't see them
showing all their friends when they come over.
Yeah.
exactly. Or they're bearded dragons licking their homework, Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing to me that the movies can't portray that. It'd be nice for them just to have a family where they have a bearded dragon in the kitchen hanging out. Like that's normal for our community.
That is
Yeah.
definitely-
Like you.
Not where the bearded dragon grows teeth and is running around trying to like bite everything.
Yeah, like a croc. Yeah, like a croc monitor. But just like with spiders, like with Home Alone, you see, him put it on his face and he throws it, and that's not what spider. It's
Right.
just
No, so I'm
perspectives.
no, I don't do spiders, man. So look, there I had a guy who does spiders. He's very good at what he does, and I was like, look, I want to hold a tarantula. I'm always making people hold snakes at the shows that don't hold snakes normally. So I want to like stretch out and face my fear. He's like, here, he gave me I think it was a Texas Brown. Totally calm though. Just put it in my hand. I was like, okay, cool. My hand kind of started shaking a little bit though, because
Oh no.
man, I was like, all right, cool. He's like, I got a camel spider too. I was like, no, get that thing away from me.
No, thank you. I mean, good thing you're into snakes, right?
Yeah.
There's not much I won't hold, honestly. You name it, I've probably touched it, played with it, held it. Yeah. I grew up in a small country town. There was nothing better to do than to flip rocks and see what you found.
You freehand a OBT?
Oh, no.
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 No, and the reason why is I don't want other people to see that. I try to stay in the realm where if people see what I'm doing, it's something that they know
They'll
that
think
they
it's
can do.
okay.
Actually, yeah. So like rose hair tarantulas, those are usually calm. They're more, a species that's easier to work with. They're a great kid's pet, So I try to stick to the things that I know that are going to be beneficial in the long run.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Have I had an OBT get out when I was rehousing it? Absolutely. Was I like, oh, this is great.
Oh. Yeah.
I called my GM over. I was like, hey, would you help me really quick?
Oh.
Little help here. Yeah. But,
What's the worst thing about that one getting out? Is it because it kicks hairs or because of the bite?
just the kicking hair and the how fast it was. I was literally like,
They're
and it just went,
fast.
it just went straight up my arm, and I was like, and I'm just like, this isn't gonna work out so well. So I was like, JD, and he was like, what? I was like, can you come here real quick?
That's when your patience is tested right there. Ooh.
Well, and if I move the wrong way too, it's gonna move more. So I just needed that second hand to come in and help me,
Yeah.
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 So
Oh, absolutely.
just being scared, but I was just like, I don't want this out in my shop right now. Like I don't want to have to go chasing this around my shop. I just want it back in its cup where it's happy.
So do you have like mammals and stuff at the pet shop?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I breed gerbils and hamsters and pet rats. And then we have rabbits and guinea pigs as well.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Got a little bit of everything at that store.
Yep. A little bit of everything. We call it the kid's first pet. When it comes to small animals and reptiles, we're the kids' first pets. When it comes to aquatics, we're more of the hobbyists and kids' first pets as well.
Yeah. So in Arizona there, what kind of reptiles can you not keep over there in Arizona?
I mean, alligators, crocs, Gila monsters are protected, snapping turtles. We don't have a big list, honestly. As long as you have your hunting license in Arizona, you can actually go and catch things from outside. So you can catch tarantulas. Well, tarantulas you can catch anyways because they're considered inverts here, but you could go like get a corn snake or not corn snake. Oh my gosh, a king snake. As long as you have your hunting and fishing license, and you can keep that king snake, but you can't resell it. Yeah, you can't resell it. But you can keep it. So I try to recommend people not doing that just because if they get tired of it, we obviously don't want them to release it back into the wild because now it's been in captivity. So it's not ready to go back into the wild. So I try to deter people from doing that though. But there's not much in Arizona we can't keep. We can have tegus, anacondas, ball pythons, corn snakes, king snakes, all tarantulas.
You got any outdoor enclosures for any of your reptiles or your pets? Nope.
Nope. I used to at home, but no, not anymore. Everything's just at my shop.
It's pretty cool. I mean, to go from such a vast number of animals to putting it into the pet shop. Like, man,
It
that's
took
got to
me
be a
it
little
took
bit
me
of
a while to
relief.
find it took me a couple years to find the right homes for a lot of the reptiles though. So I was in no hurry to,
Yeah.
find homes for the reptiles. So it took me, I think it was 2 years, a little over 2 years to find the right homes for everything. I got with all my turtle friends to figure out where all the tortoises should go, with my snakes, my ball python collection, my leopard gecko collection. I found the right places to put everything.
Awesome. So, I guess you had some out of the country experiences. Would you like to talk about any of it?
I was just in Peru.
That's so awesome.
It was super awesome. So my boyfriend, he's huge into wrestling. So I went with him to the Pan Am Wrestling Championships in Peru. And
Okay.
then I got to pick all the tours that we went on. So of course, naturally, I picked a seal tour. That was really, really cool. At the Palomino Islands, there was thousands and thousands of seals. It was definitely eye-opening. It was insane. Insane. Yeah. And then we did a food tour. So of course, I would like to
How
do
much of a culture shock was it down there for you, though?
definitely a little bit of a culture shock. The biggest thing was Uber drivers. That's an experience in itself. There was a lot of honking, and the cars get this close to each other. Like you can literally put your hands out and touch all the other vehicles. The lines don't exist there. You drive where you want to. Thankful we did not rent a car. Yep, we Ubered the whole entire time. So that was an experience. And then another fun one is there's no toilet paper in the stalls. Yeah.
Really?
So there's places that you actually have to pay to get toilet paper to use the bathroom. And some of the places they have it when you first walk in, it's a toilet paper roll there. So you grab your toilet paper before you go into the stall.
I ran into an experience like that when we were coming home from Iraq. We were in Kuwait, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna let you guys go on a little tour, blah blah blah." So we're out on the town, and when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
But all of them are just these holes in the ground with water next to it. Well, you always got to keep a toilet paper roll with you at all times when you're in the Middle East. So
the
if you're
Uber
finding
drivers
them out
actually,
there,
the Uber drivers kept toilet paper in their what is that? Their drink holder, which I found interesting. But I was like, well, that makes sense. Like, especially if they're
tips,
Uber driving. Yep.
tips,
Right. Be like, do you have to use the bathroom?
customer service.
Right,
Hey, you
customer
need the bathroom? Here, you're gonna take some of this with you.
We have water bottles in the States. Peru has toilet paper in their Uber drivers. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was awesome. The food, oh my gosh. Yeah, I probably gained 10 pounds. The food there is
I'm such a foodie. What is the food like in Peru?
everything's so fresh and so delicious. The ceviche on the food tour, we learned how to make ceviche and we got to eat it fresh. I was hesitant on it, but I did try beef heart. Beef heart is regularly used for fish food. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but it was delicious. It was actually really, really good. I guess guinea pig's a huge thing over there. I didn't get a chance to try guinea pig. So yeah. Yep, I guess that's one of their.
Oh, that's a thing over there.
It is
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
that's
like
a culture
filet
shock.
mignon
for
over
sure.
there.
Yeah, I didn't get to try the guinea pig, but some of the people on the food tour, they had tried guinea pig and they said it wasn't that great. So yeah,
Wow.
but I would have, if it was there, I would have like tried it, but I don't know how I would have felt about it in all honesty. So I'm good for, like, I've eaten so many different bugs like on dares, but like I don't know, I can't. Guinea pig just, it was like, I don't know if I could do a guinea pig. Is that weird? I've eaten super worms. I've tried dubia roaches. Like I've tried everything there, but I don't know if I could do a guinea pig. No.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the type of girl you take out to the woods. You're like, hey, can we eat that? And you're like,
I was actually
I'll let you know in an hour or two.
I was just actually out with some kids and showed them different things that they could eat, like found them honeysuckles and different plants that they could eat. So yeah.
Oh, see, you just proved my
person.
point right
I
there.
am that person.
Right there. She just proved it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it first right here on the breakdown.
I would have loved to go on Survivor. Like if sign me up for Survivor, I would be that person that would love being on that show.
You know what show is scary to me is the Naked and Afraid. Because you're literally naked and they're like throwing you out into the woods where these big ass lions and shit are, and you're like,
Okay.
I ain't even got no socks on.
Oh my goodness. Just use
That would be
trees.
super scary.
Just think your tan lines would be perfect.
I mean,
Remember
yeah, I
the tan
mean that would
lines?
be legit,
You use leaves
cool,
and
but like,
trees. I would totally do it. I would 100% do that.
yeah,
I
but I
totally
thought that would be the scariest type of survival is where you start with absolutely nothing.
would. Yeah. No. Go out to the woods.
Be
Enjoy the
done.
woods.
Be done.
Is there any states like that are affected by more like reptile laws and stuff like that in other states besides Florida?
I mean, it varies, honestly. So if you actually go to our page, usark.org, we have every state lined out and exactly what's going on in those states. So that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
So
Just-
depending on
So
what state
just
you're in. Yep, exactly.
say
Yep.
that website one more time.
usark.org.
You guys hear that? USARK.org. You
Yep.
can go down there and check all your states.
Yep. Check all your states. It'll also have all the alerts for your states too, and how you can help when there is an alert for your state too. And we also post this on Facebook as well.
Yep. This Facebook, Instagram, you guys can be found just about anywhere.
Yep. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We have a YouTube as well.
Yep. That'll be awesome.
Yep. The YouTube's starting to pick up. We're trying to get momentum on the YouTube channel right now. It's kind of hard because it's alerts or, legislative stuff. So it's not quite, engaging material, but we definitely want to make sure that we're able to show people what's going on with USARK through YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, word of mouth, you got to spread it somehow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Can only do so much. Yep.
Yeah, you can only do so much. Absolutely. So Peru was a hit. Have you been anywhere else before?
Yeah.
Out of the country?
Yep. I went to Germany, went to Oktoberfest in Germany.
Oh, dope. I've been to Oktoberfest in Germany. I was stationed out there. That was fire.
Yeah. I got a wild hair at my butt and was like, where should I go? And I was like, Oktoberfest looks great in Germany.
Yeah,
So,
and then you get those big women that have like 5 steins, and you're like, how are they carrying all that? Oh yeah,
carrying that huge, yep.
everything.
Insane. Yeah, that was a cool place to visit. Lots of touring. The castles are beautiful there. Not much. I didn't see much wildlife there at all, surprisingly. So I didn't see much when I was walking around and checking out things. But yeah, Germany's beautiful, beautiful culture.
Yeah, it's just got too many people for you to find anything over there. It's such an old country.
It's an old country, but God, the buildings are just they're exquisite. I could stare at buildings.
Like the cathedrals and stuff. Oh my god. Down there in like Nuremberg, and because I was in southern Germany, so you just go walking through and you're like, holy crap.
Yep.
And then the people will tell you that those cathedrals aren't the original ones.
Yep.
Yeah, those are all replicas of the original because they got blown up in the wars. Yep. So, but it's still like, man, just to look at them, you're like, oh my god, that's freaking amazing.
Phenomenal.
Like the artwork is phenomenal.
Now, since we have USARK here in the United States, is there something similar like in other countries, or do you know?
I know that a couple people are trying to come up with other organizations outside. I know the UK has been working on one, but I don't know if they've gotten it off the ground yet. Other than that, no. I just know that the UK has been working on something like that. I know that people will reach out to us, though, from different countries and just kind of get ideas of like what we do to combat and like what we do to fight for the rights. So they do reach out to USARK about that, and we guide them.
Okay,
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I've done podcasts in the UK.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Kind of has to be on some, out of the country podcasts, which I absolutely love. And they have so many different rules compared to what we have, like cage rules and how many animals they can have. Yeah.
I mean, the shows in Europe, you can't even have them in display cages like you do in the States.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to have them in like these little tiny enclosures, and it's like, okay.
They have all different kinds of rules, but there's a reason why those rules were put in place. So you never know why those rules were put in place.
Yeah, because I know Gavin at Boss to You, I was asking him about that when we were talking, and he said that there's nothing over there right now, but they're kind of working on that. but he said he supports USARK here in the United States.
It's
So,
awesome.
which was awesome.
Very much so appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know people, across in the country. So, I mean, I have friends in the UK, I have friends in London, I have friends, in different places. And it's nice that they know what USARK is as well. Stronger in numbers.
Yep. So we're going to start a EU ARC, hashtag EU ARC.
What's that?
For the British folks over there.
I could see them doing like UK ARC.
Or the UK ARC, yeah.
United Kingdom Association Reptile Keepers.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
Kind of cool to have that.
Absolutely.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground with you in like only 40 minutes.
Whoop, whoop.
Oof. Man. So
time flies when
where
you're having fun, right?
Where are you trying to go to next?
Next will be Idaho, to a wrestling camp, and then I'm back for less than 24 hours, and then I'll be headed to Schaumburg.
So, like, is your boyfriend trying to get signed to WWE or something, or what's going down? Like,
no,
like a secret wrestler in disguise?
He used to wrestle, so
El Macho.
No, not WWE, just regular wrestling. So I've been going to his camps and stuff, which is kind of cool. And then there's a nonprofit that's also involved with that. So you know how I am. I love to volunteer and just kind of see what's out there and check new things out. So
that's amazing. Yeah,
and I get to travel to new places and meet other amazing people and kids. Like my heart is always with the kids, so I'm always wanting to gravitate and help kids learn and grow and
yeah, man. That's the one thing I love the most at the show, when like you're just sitting there with the kids and they're just asking you 101 questions, and you're just like, I'll answer every one of them.
All of them. That's
all of them.
I'm always with the kids. It's so funny. I always ditch the adults, and I'm always with the kids because they're the best.
Their faces are just priceless, man. It's like they're so innocent, and they're looking at that animal as just like a pet, not something that could hurt them or not. Like, the biggest question I get is, does it bite? And I'm like, well, if it's got teeth, it's meant to bite.
Right.
Even your cat can bite you.
The kids are the future.
You just gotta learn how to handle the animal, learn when it's telling you now's not the time.
Most of the time, that's what it is. They just need to touch it and hold it. Like, what's their fear from?
Yep.
And the kids are the future of our hobby. If we don't take that time to educate and show kids, like, we're not going to have a hobby.
No, absolutely not.
And it's nice when you have people that'll actually educate and teach and take that time with the kids. Yeah, they have 101 questions, but that's the best part. And their questions make me giggle sometimes, like the things that come out of their mouth. Do snakes? Just like, you want to like look at the parents and be like, is this a trick question? Do I get to answer this question? And you're just like, yes, snakes do poop.
Yeah, me and Sean was talking about possibly a podcast later on. For 4 or 5 months now, about like me being disabled and blind. There's kids that go to like zoos, stuff like that, and they see these animals. Hey, mom, can I get a spider? They might have, might be disabled. I don't want to say handicapped, but no, unfortunately, you can't just do it on your own. Well, it's let's help the kids try to figure out a way that they can do it instead of telling them no. That they can't do it.
Yeah,
there's
we
a
were
way.
just literally talking about that
person,
tonight, right before you came backstage.
God willing, to let them have a little something, whether it be a fish or an animal or something that they had the heart out set to. Try to figure out how they can keep that, to try to educate the parents on that. So me and Sean, we're kind of in a work, trying to.
Yep. The idea's been getting kicked around a lot lately.
That's awesome.
It's kind of nice, because especially since he's a blind keeper, what actually got my mind thinking about that was Mike was showing me the other night how he's got little latches in certain places on his racks. So you'll start counting and you'll know exactly where you're at, and then the males are on one side and the females' tags are on another, right?
Yeah, the males are always on the left, like when they get married or whatever, even at death or whatever for humans. So like you have like 1.0, that's a male. and the 0.1 or 0.1 or whatever is a female. So I always keep my males on the left side of the rack and the females on the right. And I know who's exactly in which tub. 2 down on the left is the
But
the
see
order.
that kind of information right there could be that type of information could be vital for somebody who's like, now I could keep a snake. I'm maybe I'm partially blind or fully blind or whatever, but he's blind and he's doing it. So, well, let's just see how he does it.
Well, and
I
it's
think
also
it'd be
showing
good.
people different ways to do things. You know what I mean? All
Yep,
education.
100%.
Yeah, like you have even sighted people. Hey, I do this different than you. Hey, I put regular, water in the eggs. Or no, I don't do that. You're going to have people that are going to bicker about that too. So it's might as well just let them bicker about how blind people do it. I guess makes it even more fun.
I don't think there's too many
I
people that
enjoy
could
it.
bicker about that one.
Well, he should
Yeah.
be doing it this way because he can't see, or I can't believe that person who taught him to do it that way because he can't see. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get
Yeah,
everybody's
there's always
opinion.
the naysayers. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah,
You just got to tone out the negativity and always bring out the positivity.
yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you excited for Schomburg coming up next?
I am extremely excited about Schomburg. I feel like it's been forever since I've been in a show, but it hasn't been. Whenever I go through show withdrawals, I'm like, when's my next show? When do I get to be with my reptile fam?
Right.
Exactly.
So what? You got the pet store. That's
Yep.
like you own that, and you're 9 to 5, or do you do a whole nother job on the side? Because you
Nope.
seem like you got a lot on your plate.
I'm usually at the shop Monday through Thursdays. Then Friday through Sundays is USARK, and then also NERBC.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All the mapping and all the vendor stuff.
Yep. Oh, dude, if you see her there, all you gotta do is be like, "Hey, Vanessa, can I volunteer?" And she'd be like, "Yes, come here."
Yeah.
She'll
Don't
snatch
you
you
worry.
up.
I'll put you to work quick. Yeah.
Yep.
We always need volunteers, and it's always fun to be a volunteer. You get to, go and check out all the stuff that the vendors have, collect items from them for the auction, talk to people,
Yep.
let them know what USARK is. That's the biggest thing is, being like, hey, do you know what USARK is?
Dude, I remember taking that little cart with me, and I put it between my legs, and I walked like this because there were so many people at Tinley. I'm like, man, what if somebody snatches something up? That's money out of USARK's hand that they could have made tonight. So I'm walking over the stupid thing because the aisles were not. Yeah, it was tight. It was
Tinley's
tight.
definitely a beast, that's for sure, and especially
it's a monster.
items. Yeah, thank you for volunteering. I know you had fun that day. We had a lot of fun that day. Oh my goodness, exhausting afterwards though. Whew. Yeah, definitely need a nap when I get home from Tinley.
Hey, who ended up winning them? Like them tomahawk looking axes.
Oh, I'd have to look back on it. So those ones are going to go around though. So it's going to be engraved. Yep, engraved on it. And then I think the person that's the highest will end up taking this home in the long run.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Those things are badass.
Yeah. Timberline always has some really cool items that they bring to the auction, like the belt, the WWE belt. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to take that thing home so bad. So bad. But I was like, what am I going to do with this belt? And I'm not going to carry it in my carry-on every time I come to a show. That thing was a beast.
Dude, yeah, I held the one Bob Vu had.
Yeah, that was it. That was the one. Yep.
That thing was heavy. We got pictures of it and everything, but I was like, man, this feels like a real WWE belt.
It's legit.
It's thick. It's
legit.
Real, like it's leather. You're like, holy shit, I'm holding a real belt.
It was built by the same people that do the WWE. It was a legit belt.
Yeah, I knew that about the belt, but damn, I was just like, oh, it's not even knockoff quality. It's legit.
It was legit. It was insane. That thing was so cool, though. So cool.
Totally awesome. Yeah. So what got you interested in reptiles to start with?
I grew up in a small country town called Chino Valley, Arizona. So there wasn't much to do. I just started going outside and playing with reptiles and catching all kinds of lizards and snakes and played with ants and you name it. So I've always just had a niche for animals. And then as that continued, I just started getting into fish and birds and anything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
I always knew I was going to work with animals. I just didn't know what it was going to be. I thought it'd be more veterinarian. But back when I was in college, you had to do 8 years to get to veterinarian status. And that's just too long for somebody who had to pay their whole way through college. So, yep.
Yeah.
I opened my pet shop when I was 30 and haven't turned back since then. I think my next goal would be like a bed and breakfast sanctuary.
That's got some teeth. You can get into that right there.
Wouldn't that be cool? So
That'd be fire.
educational.
Well, you heard it here first, right here.
Educational, so I get to still have all the cool pets and animals that I love to work with, and then have people that get to come and stay and check out all the animals and play with all the animals and learn how to keep them and feed them.
Just
and
make sure your bed and breakfast is not haunted.
Oh, that'd be even more fun though.
I mean, it would be, but
Right?
you might not get as many people that want to stay, or maybe you do. Who knows?
That's true. And then
There's
I
a
could
couple
design
of
the rooms
places I want to check out.
the rooms would all be like safari, like animal type looking rooms, which would be kind of fun too.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, so
Definitely do
cool.
that.
Or opening a zoo, but at no point in time am I gonna win the lottery. So opening zoo would probably not be in my future, unfortunately.
Who knows? If you don't buy the tickets, you'll never know if you'll win or not. You're not far from Vegas, are you?
No, not too far from Vegas. Yeah, right.
To Vegas.
Just put it all on red, right? No.
Put it all on one red.
Put it all on no. Yeah, so that's how I got into animals. Small country town, nothing better to do than ride horses and play with critters.
Yeah, at least you weren't getting in trouble, right?
No, I was not a trouble kid. I know. Yeah, you look like you were a trouble kid. No. Nope, I was not a trouble kid. Sometimes, I mean, not really. No, I was a goody tissue.
Yeah. What's up with the Mike Tyson tattoo on the face there?
This thing? Like that?
Oh, yeah. What's that all about?
I was at a Celtic festival today and they had face painting. So why not get a snake on your face? Isn't that what every adult does?
I mean, I guess.
If we had face painting at the shows, I'd be the first one in line for sure. I wanted a tortoise too on the other side. But yeah, this is what I got so far.
That's cool.
I'm going back tomorrow, so maybe I'll get another one on the other side. Maybe I won't wash my face tonight.
Maybe.
I won't wash my face. I'll have a snake over here and a tortoise. Be great, right?
There you go.
What's the biggest misconception that people have about USARK and the reptile community?
That's a tricky one. I think a lot of people think that USARK is like the police of the reptile community, and we're not. That's not what we do. We don't go to people's homes and check what they're doing and whatnot. We're a proactive team. So we want to make sure that nothing comes to. So when things come.
You're like the voice, right?
Yes.
Of the people.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're not the police. We're not the people that you turn people in to go and see what they're keeping or how they're keeping things. We are the ones that make sure that you can keep your reptiles. We're the ones that make sure to fight for your rights. So when something comes up saying, hey, we don't think you should own X in X city or state, we're the ones that say, why not? And here's the reason why we should be able to keep these in our home. So yeah, I think that's the biggest misconception about USARK.
Is there any current... Go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
How close were we to having all that crazy stuff with the Lacey Act go through? It was pretty narrow.
Closer than people realized, but thankfully a lot of people got involved in that and realized how serious it was and was able to fight against that. Yeah. And the fact that they hid that in such a big document too, and that USARK was able to find that, also known as Phil Goss. If you ever see Phil Goss, please give him a high five. Say thank you to that man because he is USARK. Without Phil Goss, there would not be USARK. So he's the one that goes to the hearings. He's constantly at hearings. He's hardly ever home. He travels across the United States. He physically is at a lot of these hearings, making sure they don't go through, being the face and the voice of USARK and representing the entire United States.
That's got to be a god-awful, exhausting job.
I think he was up to over 150 days already away from home this year.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So
Is that one of
Almost
the biggest
deployment.
legislative threat right now is the Lacey Act?
not anymore. Not right now. No. I would
Is
have
there
to.
any current ones that that the USARK's working on?
So if you go to our website, it'll show all the current alerts by state as well. And then we
Okay.
also have it on Facebook. So we do our updates on Facebook as well. We'll put the alert, what's going on, and then the update and what needs to be done if you're in that state. If you can send an email, make a phone call for us, those kinds of things. We do all the legwork behind it. We take all the crazy jargon, make it into more of an easier read, and then show you what needs to be done. So sometimes it's literally 3 seconds. You click on, take the email, put it in, copy what we've written, and send it off saying, hey, we're not wanting this, those kinds of things. So we make it very simplified for everybody. But yeah, if you go to our page, it'll show all that information as well.
How does USARK build relationships with lawmakers and regulators in the community? Like, I'm familiar with the community.
Unfamiliar with the community. I mean, it's just word of mouth. I mean, spreading the word, being at shows, volunteers, being at hearings. I mean, there's no like true way that we do it, if that makes sense. We're as much as we actually do in the United States, we're not a huge team. So you would think that we would have like 30 plus people on our team. We don't. There's only a few of us.
You and Phil.
And we have an amazing board too. And then all of our supporters and all the people that donate to make sure that we're able to, go up against the politics and go up against legislation. So
because that takes a lot of money.
It does. And politics, money, it's not cheap. That's for sure. So all of those donations are very well used within that. So to get lobbyists and, bills and everything. Yeah, it's a lot.
100%. So if somebody wanted to reach out to you and ask you random ass animal questions, where are they going to go to?
You can email me at vanessa@usark.org. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me for USARK. And then when it comes to questions, I answer questions constantly. If you find me on socials, I mean, my personal page I use as my business page. So Vanessa Costanzo on Facebook, and then V Costanzo 6 on Instagram. And that's what I do. I literally answer questions all day long. I have a couple kids that send me questions about their animals. I love that kind of stuff. Please send me questions, send me pictures of your animals. But anything USARK related too. I'm happy to answer questions. That's what I do for a living.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Vanessa. We really do appreciate having you on tonight and giving us your time.
Absolutely.
I know you're a very busy person, but we do appreciate having you on.
Not as busy as you think I am. I always make time for what I need to make time for. So don't ever hesitate to have me on again.
Absolutely. We would love to have you on again.
Yeah,
you can always get a membership over there at USARK and then USARK Florida too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And they'll give you a free shirt.
Yeah. And sign up for the newsletter. The newsletters are absolutely free too. So you can get those alerts for free. So make sure to sign up for the free newsletter at usark.org. Yeah, you can become a member for $40 a year and you get a free shirt with that membership. So I mean, you're just getting a shirt with a membership. And then I personally mail those out too. So I hand roll every one of your shirts and ship those out. So become a member. And then if you want to volunteer, volunteering's free. It's a lot of fun. Email me on volunteering, vanessa@usark.org, and I'll get you on the team.
Yeah, volunteer work is amazing.
Thank you guys for knowing what we do. Without your guys' support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Of course. That's why we got you here.
Sean, if we make it to Tinley, I think we should volunteer to Big Homies.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be volunteering again.
Throw a bat.
We'll figure out what I can do, but I'll get it done.
Oh, we'll put you to work. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't worry. We got something for you. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Vanessa. We're going to take you backstage now and close the show out. We appreciate you once again coming on, and we hope to see you again. Thank you so much, Vanessa.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Man, that was a great show. I really appreciated having her on the show just to kind of give us a little insight to the USARK and, maybe a little insight into her too as a person, because not too many people know her very personally. So unless you meet her in person.
It's pretty good asking, different questions about her and the USARK. They're trying to kind of get to know her, and then also the USARK stuff side too.
Yep. Yep. 100%, man. She's welcome on the show anytime, man. Anytime. You just call me up. If somebody else is scheduled, I might have to boot them off. But thank
Yeah,
you
just
so
not
much.
enough time.
And everybody there, if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another breakdown. And with that said, man, we're going to call it a night. Thank you all so much for coming on, and thank you all for being here. Peace.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.